Mall of America. For more than 30 years, it has been a retail leader and an international destination, and it remains the largest mall in the U.S. Not to mention, it welcomes millions of guests from around the world. It's huge, but it's also so much more. In this podcast, you're going to hear the real stories of how it started and why it continues to thrive. You'll hear about challenges we faced along the way and what you can learn from them. We will feature guests and experts from all walks of life and business, and along the way, you'll laugh, learn, and maybe even change the way you look at things. So if you're a fan of the mall, a brand new visitor, an entrepreneur, or a dreamer, prepare to dive deep into so much more. This podcast is presented by the Bloomington Convention and Visitors Bureau.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to So Much More. Today's podcast is hosted by yours truly, Jill Renslow, and I have my co-host, Dan Jasper, our SVP of MOA Press.
Hi,
welcome,
Jill.
Dan.
How you doing?
You excited for this conversation?
I am really excited. Plus, I'm looking at the treats on the table.
It is great. So, fans, we have two fantastic entrepreneurs with us today who we met through Community Commons, which you'll learn a little bit more later. But I want to introduce you to Daniel Johnson, who is the owner of Levels. They sell urban and designer streetwear. We also have Ricardo Hernandez Espinoza, who owns La Michoacana Purepecha. And that includes treats from the Mexican specialties. So you're seeing some of those treats in front of us, which Dan and I are going to have to hold ourselves back so we don't dive into those. But we're super excited to introduce you to these two gentlemen because they have the hearts of gold. They have really helped elevate small businesses here at Mall of America. And a lot of people look at Mall of America looking at us with big brands, the retail brands that everyone recognizes. But truly the heart and soul of Mall of America is about our small businesses. And we have dozens of them. And people don't realize that, but they're really those special niche products and brands that you stumble across when you're here at the mall and really make it special. And so super excited to talk with you, these guys today, because they started with us at Community Commons. And this was a retail collaborative which brought in small businesses and entrepreneurs together to be able to benefit from what Mall of America has to offer. The exposure, the guests, the energy, our expertise that we could bring to these small entrepreneurs. And what's great is both of you have places here at the mall on your own as entrepreneurs that are open here today. So we're here to tell our fans all about your stories, all about your stores so that they come and visit you the next time they come to Mall of America.
Yeah, for sure.
So let's start off with you, Ricardo. Tell us your story. How did it all begin and what is it like today at Mall of America?
Well, I mean, our story starts from way, way back. I mean, I have always had a dream to open up a business. So it's been a long time. But anyways, so for me, I thought about this for probably 20 years ago. I used to work for a company for 16 years. This was the third largest company, printing company in the country. We got bought out by another company. And at the end of 2017, once I had made up my mind to start up a business, they called us in to a meeting and told us they were going to close the company. So this was perfect for me. It was perfect. We got a good severance package, and so I was able to focus on opening up the business while I was still getting paid and had benefits. So, that was great. So, and then in 2018, in January, we started construction at 701 East Lake Street in Minneapolis. And then we opened the shop for the first time June 16 of 2018. And since then, we've been making so many people happy with our product.
That's great. So you shifted from the printing industry
for sure.
to the retail and dining.
It is amazing. Let me tell you, I used to print a magazine that we've been in that magazine a couple of times. My shop has been in that magazine a couple of times.
That's fantastic.
So,
I mean, to be courageous, to follow your dream and do something completely different.
and that's what I mean. Sometimes, it's a sad story that the company closed. It's a sad story for a lot of people, but for me, it worked out perfect. It was the right timing and everything, so it worked out great.
One door closed and another one opened.
Yeah, correct. Negative things turn them into a positive thing, and that's what we did.
That is great.
So,
that is great. Well, Daniel, let's hear your story. So you have quite the retail brand that has hit the market by storm. Everybody loves it. So tell us your story.
Well, my story comes from I grew up in an entrepreneurial household. My mother and father were always just into, just entrepreneurship and just teaching us basically to work for something and most of all work for ourselves. So they trained us like from early on, like we didn't like it, me and my siblings and I, we did not like it. It was take these peanuts on this red wagon and go out and, and so we're with remember the striped bags, the peanut bags,
sure.
and we're around walking and we have to see if people want to buy them. So we would end up selling all the candy and peanuts and come home and, put the money there out on the bed. And my father would separate and break all the money up and then give it to us like, okay, now you earned the money. So we'll take that money and go and buy the candy that we didn't see around the house, right? So, my mom was a beautician. So she, had a salon and, we'll go there and sweep floors and just do whatever we can just to, feel it. Now that I'm older, I understand what they were doing. They were, just instilling it in us and just ownership, especially growing up in poverty where, we didn't have anything and people around us, but we were just rich on love. So I started into entertainment more. And entertainment and fashion goes hand in hand. So as far as levels, the original concept started over a decade ago between a relative and I. And over the years, we ended up having different visions that led us on different paths. So in recent years, I was able to be blessed enough to be in 2 retail malls and just be introduced to the mall landscape, which is not for the weak, but it's a total blessing, So I started in Apache Mall in Rochester, started just from a pop-up, and the brand just took off and grew, and I got the opportunity to get into community commons, and since then, it's just been unimaginable, the heights that we've climbed. We just, last year was awarded honored from the United States Chamber as America's top business. We were top 10 in the Midwest.
Oh, yeah.
That is awesome.
Off of building back from nothing. So I'm just happy to be here. I'm just blessed to be here. And that's my start of the story. But my story is still being rolled out right now, like, everyone's.
So you have to rewind a little bit. You talked a little about music. Did I learn that you were a hip-hop artist?
Yeah.
Are you going to entertain us a little bit today?
I was all right. I started out as being an artist. My father was a singer, and, he ran around with, like, all the groups and taking pictures with the Jackson Fives and all of this. And I grew up in a house full of plenty siblings, so we thought we were the Johnson Five, So we were in there performing and having sing-offs. I can't hold the note, but I was trying. So I ended up, dibbling and dabbling in the hip-hop world, and then I just started managing artists because I was just a better coach versus the player to me, right? And I was able to work with Def Jam Records and Universal just in 2018. So from 2018 until 2020, when the world shut down from COVID and many other things, it's just when I just really focused on the fashion part. You get a lot of time to reflect and sit in the house and wish for the day you can get back outside and dress and, go out. And I was just like, hey, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to, not spread myself so thin. So I just been on this fashion journey, and I'm here sitting with you guys now.
That's great. Thank you for sharing.
Yeah, no
you
problem.
didn't know that was coming, so.
I'm
We like to throw a couple surprises in every once in a while. So, Ricardo, walk us through what the experience is with your brand. When customers walk through the door at your space, what can they expect, and what is that experience like?
Happiness. I mean, obviously, that's what we sell, happiness, joy, smiles, when people try our product, when you see them for the first time trying it, taking that first bite, and you can just tell, they're how happy they are to try that product. It's amazing. I mean, obviously, when people walk into our shop, it's what you expect from us is quality, freshness. Obviously, it's everything is freshly made on a daily basis. The pride my employees take into making the product. We're about 60 employees right now, and they've every single one of them does an amazing job at what they do, and they do it with so much love. You can't beat it.
You have tasty products at your shop. I've been in there more than once, I might add. In front of us, we have 3 delicious-looking samples right in front of me. What is this one that looks all creamy and has a beautiful strawberry on top?
Yeah, that is strawberries with cream. That is one of our top sellers. That's an amazing product.
I have dibs on that one.
Those
Just
are,
saying.
We're arm wrestling for that
delicious.
one. That one looks delicious.
And in the middle, what do we have?
This one we have Mexican-style sweet corn in a cup.
There is
And it's
corn.
beautiful.
So,
There's cream and corn.
That might be a
and-
little bit on the hot side for me, but it is.
I like spicy.
They might have put a little bit extra chili powder in there. But
That's
And
my
next to
favorite.
that, we have this festive orange and red looking concoction. What have we got
that
there?
is the most amazing mangonada you can find out there.
Oh.
So that is mango ice cream with chamoy, lime, chili powder.
And you are known for ice cream, correct?
Oh yeah, correct.
It's
correct.
amazing.
So we have 37 flavors of ice cream right now, and from time to time we switch it up a little bit. Depends on the season, and we have over 70 flavors, popsicle flavors.
Wow.
Some of those are very unique. Some folks that have come up to me and they're like, I haven't had this kind of popsicle in 25 years, 20 years.
And made
because
with
they're
good
very
ingredients,
unique,
right?
Very unique. You have soursop, you have dragon fruit, you have passion fruit, mamey. Yeah,
Yes,
there's
please.
one other one is specifically speaking zapote. That is kind of more from our home state in Mexico, Michoacan. And some people haven't had it in years.
I love it.
And, you just can't find that anywhere around here.
Love it. So talk a little bit about the name. I was very careful of how to
Sure.
pronounce it, but it's not an
Sure,
easy name.
sure.
So what's the origin of the name?
So Michoacana is, that's where I'm from, Michoacan, the home state back home. Purepecha is our indigenous people from the state of Michoacan, well, part of Michoacan. And that is actually a language back home too, which is a beautiful language. I wish I knew how to speak it, but I don't, unfortunately. But we are part of the indigenous people of the state of Michoacan, so and that's why we decided to go with Purepecha.
That's great. And
So-
you have an audience that has followed you from your location on Lake Street to Mall of America, but you've also opened up to a new audience and have been exposed to our broader
Yep.
base of guests here at Mall of America. What has that been like?
Well, I mean, obviously, if I start from scratch, we opened the one in Lake Street, in Minneapolis, back in 2018. And then we opened our second shop in St. Paul in 2020 during COVID, August of 2020, so right during COVID. And then from there, we opened in September, we opened our Eagan location. And after that, we opened our Mall of America location in 2021. And we were here to stay now, so we're here. And then our Albertville location, it has been a little challenging, obviously, because, when you first start up, you try to do everything yourself, but it's impossible. It's
You can't.
impossible. So, but now we have built a great team from the people that come in at 5 a.m. in the morning to start cutting the fruit, the vegetables, and all that stuff, so they're nice and fresh for the day. So it has been a little hard, but we have learned that that little steps, we take little steps, and we continue to grow.
Yeah, life of an entrepreneur,
Yeah, correct,
right?
correct.
You have to learn to do
We have to
everything,
learn,
and you work
and
long
sometimes-
hours.
And sometimes we learn the hard way. So yeah, so.
Well, we first had a chance to meet you through Community Commons,
Yep.
and
Yep.
it's definitely a project that we've been very proud of over the years and working with small businesses and bringing you together. You guys obviously met through that program, and you met a lot of other small business owners. Daniel, talk a little bit about your experience in Community Commons and how that exposed you to Mall of America and invited you to stay.
Yeah, so we just jumped and was hoping to fly versus fall, and luckily we flew. We were, like I said, we were previously before that introduced to the mall landscape from Apache Mall in Rochester, so we were 5 minutes away from the Mayo Clinic. So we got a lot of people from all over the world, but we did not imagine coming to Mall of America and just, this is the best we could ask for as far as getting your brand out for brand awareness and just brand recognition. So we started there in hopes to have an inline store one day. And like Ricardo said, things get hard and you figure like, oh, is this for me and is it not? And we just worked hard and was blessed with our own inline space. In the sense of our inline, we just took off. Like we ship worldwide. We're just known for the quality of our fabrics and just good customer service and just, making people feel good because, when you look good, you feel good. So that's just been our journey it's just been full of just putting out quality and making people just feel good about what you are investing in because, of course, clothes are an investment, right? Mm-hmm. So Community Commons, we owe so much to them. Had we not been introduced to, it was just so much more than just being out on the island by ourselves. We seen how that can go at other places, but when we were told, like, in the mall, they'll help you this and they'll help you that, we came in already figuring, we're not, we're prepared for us, but the support that the mall give us and just everything. We owe everything to it. Yeah. So just this mall alone and my team and my family, I owe everything to. I don't even know how to take the credit for stuff. People are like, how did you do it? And you in the mall. I'm like, I'm still trying to figure it out too. I just know that, God is good, So we've been just getting blessed. And that whole journey was a blessing. And it was the perfect start to learning how this machine works here. If we would have just jumped in and just at a regular inline store, we probably would, We
don't know where we would have ended up at. Yeah, so that's for sure.
Yeah, it was the perfect training wheels to, because this is, the largest mall in the nation, so, and the best tourist attraction mall. So just to even have a smallest footprint here is good. So we started out with that small footprint, and now we're in a 5,500 square foot location. It's just unreal. So every day I wake up happy, get up here and open these doors and it's hard to not smile and just be appreciative and grateful.
Yeah, correct. Yeah. Correct. We have to thank Mall of America Community Commons for doing what they did, because that was incredible. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, when I went to Community Commons, we had a freezer full of popsicles and mangonadas. That's all we had. And obviously this has to be maintained at a certain temperature, It can't be at the same temperature as popsicles. And, it was crazy that we were, Community Commons, it was our clothing stores, And here we are, like, way in the back. Well, not way in the back, in the middle, about the middle. And we have a freezer full of popsicles. And, if you're buying clothes, you're not looking to buy a popsicle, you know what I mean?
They look good, though.
They were amazing, too.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
So the employees are like, Ricardo, why are you even here? You're not selling anything, But thank God, like what he said, now we're an inline store and we love it. We can't thank Mall of America enough for giving us the opportunity.
Well, I think one of the things, I just have to jump in quick because I heard something from both of these gentlemen. You talk about your products a little bit, but what you focused on, Daniel, you talked about bringing joy and happiness when people walk into your space, right? Or Ricardo, you did that, and you spoke about helping people feel good. And I think that's part of your success story, right? Yeah. You're not just focused on the product. Yeah. You're focused on how you can impact people's lives and bring value and happiness to them. And personally, I think that's part of why you're both really successful.
Yeah, and like I said, we take so much pride on what we do and how we do it, from the beginning of the day until the end of the day, to put a smile on people's faces, Yes. So sometimes people come in maybe upset, maybe sad, and, they kind of forget about whatever story is behind their day, and, they have one of our products and they love it. So
I love that. And we talk a lot about leading with our hearts, and you both are a great example of that because you're doing what feels good, how you can connect with your customers. And that was really the reason why we did Community Commons and why we set that up. And to give a little bit more context behind that, it was a collaborative retail space, 5,000 square feet, where we brought in around 15 different brands. They all had their own space within Community Commons. It was on the south side, level 2. We ran it for about 2 years, and there was 4 rotations of different brands. But we handed over the keys, and we said, here, you guys have space at Mall of America. We want you to operate. We want you to be able to explore what it's like to be exposed to our customers. We want to lend our expertise from marketing, social media, merchandise design, online marketing, whatever that looked like to help you succeed in this industry that we were all trying to figure out after COVID. You know, how were people going to shop retail? COVID. So we needed to have that balance, but to lead with our hearts and be able to connect with our customers. And you talked about, you know, you're still trying to figure it out. So are we. You know, we're all, every single day we're trying to figure it out because we're trying new things. We wanted to connect with small businesses. We want to continue to thrive in that space because we want to deliver a unique experience for everybody that walks through our doors. And so I applaud both of you for being bold, being courageous, trying new things, being part of our Mall of America community, and also bringing new things to the table. So, I mean, I know you travel a ton to look at what's new, what's, you know, for trends and things like that. Talk a little bit about that because it's really important in the retail industry to always be a step ahead of the consumer so that you're leading them to what they need to take a look at from a trend perspective.
Yes, absolutely. Well, one thing that we do take serious is knowing that we are, everyone that walked through that door, we're part of their memories. Most people come to the mall for memories. So we know we're not just representing levels, we're representing a family's vacation, their memories, and then just the legacy of Mall of America. So we just try to make sure we give that elevated experience. So it even had us step up our quality. So I just left from China. I went all the way across the other side of the world just in search of the best quality that we can offer. We're known for our quality already, but you know, there's always room to grow and room to get better. So I'm just excited for what we're doing this year. You know, we always talk about the past and stuff, but I can't stop smiling about the future and the things that we have lined up for everyone and just taking this brand and being a household brand name and, you know, just represent Mall of America proudly. You know, we wear it as a badge of honor. You know, it was funny being over in China and, you know, that's what we're telling them. Hey, we're in the largest mall in the USA, and all of them, you know, eyes are big because they want, you know, everybody wants a piece of this. And, you know, if you're here every day, you kind of can lose sight of that and say, oh, I'm in the mall.
Yeah,
but,
correct.
you know, you have to always just say, hey, I'm in the biggest mall that we have to offer in this nation. So it keeps a pep in your step and just keep you on your game and just making sure we represent everything correctly, you know.
And representing your community is important. Ricardo, I know you do a ton in your community. You have a lot of stuff on your website about it. Talk about some of your community engagement.
Well, yeah, you know, like I said, you know, when I talked about the Purepechas, you know, that's our indigenous people from the state of Michoacan, you know, we try to represent our home state from back home or Mexico, you know, whether it's my home state or the whole country. We always try to represent who we are, where we come from, you know. We don't want to lose that, you know. We always want people to know who we are, where we come from, and you know, and we want that's the reason why we bring such an amazing product to our customers. These are all ideas from our home country, back, you know, Mexico. So you know, we had so many comments from so many people saying, you know, I can't believe you guys are at Mall of America. I can't believe that you're actually bringing me this popsicle, this flavor popsicle to me where I haven't had it in so many years. So, you know, that's kind of...
For those who have never been in your shop, where are you located inside Mall of America?
So we're at Unit East 284 inside Mall of America on the second floor, right next to the Rotunda. So anytime there is anything happening at Mall of America for shows or anything,
it gets really loud in his shop.
We are right there. Just look up to the second floor and you'll see our sign right there and come on in and enjoy some of this.
And for those who've never been to your shop, Daniel, where are you located and what other products do you have? Is it all men's attire or?
Yeah, so we are located on level 3, right next door to Nordstrom. And we service people from all walks of life. We specialize in menswear for men, women, and kids. So we have something for everyone in the family. We have everything from hoodies to polos to T-shirts, joggers, shorts, crossbody bags, socks, hats. We just try to, we're in this mall with a lot of competition, and people can pick over 500 stores. So we try to make sure we keep something unique in our stores so we can be chosen as well.
We're gonna have to go check it out.
Oh yeah, you have to. You have to.
I love it. Customers.
I see so many people come through with those. I be wanting to just shut the store down and go and get it. I see a lot come with the ice cream.
I see guests walking around with these as well.
It's an amazing.
People love it.
It's an amazing feeling to see them walk around with stuff like that around the mall.
It is. Yeah.
So to wrap us up, what's next on your bucket list? What is the future of your business?
Do you want to go? Or do I?
I'll talk for an hour on what's next. So for me, what's next is just furthering getting this brand to be, again, a household brand name. I'm inspired every day that I walk past stores such as Nike and, Under Armour and things of such. And it's like, I can do that. I feel so good, especially with the support that we do have, that sky's the limit for us. And obviously we're hoping to be a perm here. We're still temps, and we're hoping to be a perm here and just really just take it worldwide now. That we feel we've, established ourselves. We basically stuck our flag down this year, and now we're just trying to just grow and, just...
Don't forget about us when you become famous.
Oh, yeah, not at all. You too, yeah. Yeah, so that's what's next for me, and just mentoring, and I mentor a lot of the youth aspiring entrepreneurs as well. That's really my passion, is trying to pull as many people up with me, because I do understand that we're here for a good time, not a long time. So I just, we get a lot of the youth that come in and they want to know, like, how did you, and what do you do, and how do you? So I take on about 10 mentees like every 6 months, and get people their business up and started and going, and just try to help them do something different. And because I didn't have anyone other than outside of my household, and if you're at home listening to your parents a lot tell you what this and that is, you tend to not not listen, and you rather hear it from someone else. And so that's what I've been doing, and that's what I'm excited about the future.
I love that.
Yeah.
Ricardo, how about you?
Well, we had, like I said, we have 6 stores right now. I don't know if I mentioned all of them or not, but we have one in Rochester on the south side, just in case I forgot about that. So this year we have 7 locations coming up. We are about doubling up our operation right now. So I'm very excited. It's a lot of work. But it has to be done. Yeah. For the first time, we haven't said much about this at all, even on our social media. So this is like the first time we're actually saying it.
Breaking news.
So we are opening up 5 shops. One of them is going to open up here within a week and a half. And those 5 shops are going to be inside Walmart supercenters. And that is, and then we have 2 other shops that we're going to open outside the Walmart stores. But our first one, we're opening up June 1st in Lakeville, at the Lakeville location. July 1st, we're opening up Shakopee Supercenter. And August 1st, we're opening up Brooklyn Park Supercenter. From there, October 1st, we open St. Cloud and Wilmar, Minnesota. Those shops are, like I said, those are inside Walmart Supercenters. And from there, we are opening up our Mankato location around the mall. It's not inside the mall, it's around the mall in Mankato. So that one should be opening up sometime in January, together with the one in Apple Valley. So that is coming up.
Awesome.
Those are big
for
plans.
this next 9 months.
That's awesome.
So we're working pretty hard, and it's taking a lot of our time, but hey.
That's fantastic. And I think I can speak for Dan and myself and the entire team at the Mall of America. Congratulations on all your success. You are an inspiration. You guys have been amazing.
I mean, a lot of this
leaders.
is obviously, like I said, Mall of America has a lot to do with us being exposed out there. Like you said, this is a great opportunity for people to know that we're who we are and what we do and how we do what we do, and so.
Absolutely. Well, believe it or not, that does it for the show today. So be sure to check out our friends here at Mall of America. You will love it. Check out Levels on level 3 outside of Nordstrom and La Michoacana Purepecha. I'm probably saying that wrong. I got it right. Got it right the first time. On level 2 east by the Rotunda. So come check them out. Enjoy all of our small businesses here at Mall of America. And that's going to do it for this episode of So Much More.
Thank you for tuning in to today's episode of So Much More. If you want to hear more, be sure to subscribe to our podcast wherever you find your favorites, including Spotify, Apple, or Google Podcasts. And you can also watch a video cast on YouTube. Go to podcast.mallofamerica.com to leave a review, ask a question, or give us an idea for the show. Until next time, thanks for listening. So Much More is presented by the Bloomington Convention and Visitors Bureau, the official destination marketing organization for the city of Bloomington, Minnesota. Before your next trip to Mall of America, visit bloomingtonmn.org for answers to all your travel questions, deals and packages for hotel stays, and so much more.